On the banks of the Red Cedar in East Lansing, Spartan Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Michigan State Spartans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, the Crimson Tide head coach has let me know pregame. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Quickly complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
It's complete on the right side. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43. And the Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Got a man. It's Parachek. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
They'll send the back in motion. Snapped on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Lions just way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Now here's Russell. Russell. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Keelan Russell. Out wide left, it's Edwards. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film. He has the answers to the test early in this game.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it further.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown tie! And they'll try to tack on 2. Quarterback on the keeper. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8.
So nice to have a quarterback that can make decisions fast. What does the defense do? They're not aggressive. Nobody's coming to get me on the option game. Boom. I'll take it myself. I'll get in the end zone. I'll create the 2-point conversion.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Handoff from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break as we get a look at the numbers so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Turns into the pile. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The give on fourth. He's not going to get there. He needed 2 yards, but he just got one, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
On the move. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Rodgers. Turning it on. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it first and 10 outside the 40. They go play action with Russell. Got out of trouble and throws. Just barely got rid of it.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Got maybe a yard, third down and 9 coming.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Might have a chance. He's at the tip, into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that...
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
Makes the catch down the right side. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
It's the one thing this offensive coordinator always stresses is having balance in the offense. First play you throw it, get a nice one. Second play you run it and get another nice one. And this defense is totally on their heels. They literally just get on the field. We're approaching the third play of the drive, and already this defense finds themselves in their own red zone.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense up.
Touchdown, Sparty! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. right left, it's Moore. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion. They're down just 8.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Fires left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Russell. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Left side, it's Moore. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 4th down attempts already. Can they change their luck? He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the 1st down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few...
Touchdown, Sparty! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Throwing Russell. Escapes the pressure to his right. Out wide left, it's Edwards. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Buying time to his right. Uncorks one to the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking long. He's got it along the sideline. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Pulled to the ground. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with Toledo, taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Rockets, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Here comes that Alabama offense.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC.
There he goes. The 50. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Russell on play action. Moves to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Rush is on. Buried before he could blink.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get him in a third down, get the...
It's a fake. He wants to throw. Look out. And down he goes. He goes down for a loss on the return.
Man, and you want to catch the defense sleeping, but what a great job by the defense. Staying alert, staying aware. They run the fake punt. They're ready for it. They make the tackle, and they stop them short.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Straight ahead, it's Hill. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt, and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen,
snags it, and he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Spartans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Left side, it's Moore. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Running inside, it's Hill. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, and now they're finding out about him.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Open field on the right. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Spartans! They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keelan Russell. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough.
He's got it way down the field. Turning it on. The 30. The 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. They go play action with Russell. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And that one will put them up here in the second half. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Lining up to add another. Oh, and he missed it. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ellison. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Hand it to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And you can see the defensive coordinator so upset after that play because every
first down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Out wide left, it's Moore. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but...
Touchdown, Spartans! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So now they take over. This momentum has been completely taken away from them, but still an opportunity to put together a late drive. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Oh, pressure's coming. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense, seeing the football.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Here comes the heat. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad. Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They need a huge play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Just smothered on the play.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tide ready to roll on offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Russell rolls right. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. The 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You've got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Drops back. It's Russell. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Leaves it in his belly. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Handoff again. At midfield, he's got room. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Rides to the back. Got the first down. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Handoff to the lone back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to establish the run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Throwing Russell. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well.
Looking for a huge play. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a